Hello. I feel like that's like how I should start every video, is just opening up my arms. Today's video, we are gonna be retrying a bunch of drugstore makeup. A lot of it is new, a lot of it has been around for a little while, and some has been around for a long time. But I just wanted to sit down and put on a bunch of drugstore makeup and, you know, film it for you guys and tell you guys what my thoughts are after trying these products for a while. When you're seeing this video, it is the first day of Q4, which means as a teacher, I am nearing the finish line of this school year. If you are a student, if you're a parent, you know exactly what that means. We only have about 10 weeks left of the school year, which is kind of crazy. It sort of blows my mind. It's gonna be really, really busy, but it's gonna go really quickly because it's so busy. So I was excited. I wanted to put drugstore makeup on my face. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. All right, so I already have foundation on. It's not new to me, and it wasn't drugstore. I actually put on the It Cosmetics CC Matte, which is a little bit dark for me, but I always make it work because their lighter shade, I have light, and the lighter shade is just too light. But for our first newer to me drugstore product, I've heard a lot of good things about the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I think these are not new, but definitely new to me. I'm trying to get into brow pencils, so I have the shade Neutral Brown. So I'm just gonna go in with this, and I have a mirror here to the side, so if I'm looking off to the side, that's why. I like that it has a spoolie on it. That's always nice. Honestly, I try to mimic like my natural brow shape and just like, we'll just make some fine hair strokes here. Speaking of It Cosmetics, I know this is more of a drugstore focused video. Did you see that they have a new CC like skin tint? It's supposed to be medium coverage. I kind of want to get that. Like, I'm a really big fan of the It Cosmetics CC creams, clearly. It's usually my like casual go-to. So I was thinking about picking that up for you guys. It's not even at Sephora yet, but I was thinking about just picking it up from their website, which is odd for me because if you watched my empties video, I'm not a big fan of It Cosmetics website. I think I'm happy with that. I'm still getting used to brow pencils. I've always used powder, so I'm getting used to using this. Afterwards, I just kind of spoolie through them again because I feel like it makes them look a little bit more natural when you do that because it sort of softens the color a little bit more. I really like that shade though. It's hard because naturally my hair is very, very dark. I always do partial balayage. And actually the reason why I've never done a full balayage is because of my eyebrows, because I'm not gonna dye my eyebrows. I mean, I know people do, but it just seems excessive for me specifically. I'm not gonna dye my eyebrows, and so I always ask for partial balayage because then it's just more at the top that's blonde and the bottom is still brown. So you can see the brown in there, and then it doesn't look so crazy with my natural dark eyebrows. But I think this neutral brown shade actually works really well considering that I'm kind of in between like blonde and brown hair. I desperately need to get my hair done next month. Next, I'm going in with a much newer product, Nyx Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Allie Glines talks a lot about this one and I've been trying it. Guys, totally worth the hype. It's so creamy. It really smooths everything over. I don't see a ton of like lines or anything. The only thing that bothers me about it is I am not crazy about this having a pump. It's just kind of a weird concealer packaging for me. Like normally it's a doe foot, which I like a little bit better because I feel like I have more control with distributing how much product goes on it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put some on my Real Techniques sponge. See, I put too much now on one side, and so I sort of have to distribute. It's so pretty though. This is the perfect shade too. It's light, it's brightening, but it's not too light and brightening. This is the shade Light. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in Tan Lines. I have been loving this stuff. I just got it last week, and I already love it. I'm also using the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator. It's subtle, but you can still see it, and it's really pretty. I've been like bringing my contour. I don't always contour either, but I've really been enjoying this for contouring. But I've been bringing it up a lot higher lately. And on the other side. So pretty, I love it. Funny, because I feel like people are not crazy about this, but I'm really enjoying it. All right, this next one is very broken and messy, I apologize, but it was thrown in with all the rest of my blushes. The next cream product I'm gonna go in with is the Milani Cheek Kiss blush in Nude Kiss. I feel like people either love or hate this product because it's very pigmented, but that's what I like about it. You just have to be really careful with how much you're distributing. And I just use a duo fiber brush for this blush, and it actually works really well. Ah, so pretty. I have one other shade of this too, and I seriously really like these. So now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo powder foundation as more of an all-over setting powder. I have the shade Light. This is also a little bit dark for me, just a little bit, but once again, we're gonna make it work. But I've really been liking it. I like it on its own too, but I have been especially liking it, using it this way as like a setting powder. I'm just gonna set the under eyes with the number 7 Lift and Illuminate. Okay, so I have my eye makeup on, not drugstore, but I use the Tarte Full Bloom eyeshadow palette. Now I'm gonna go in with setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I do feel like this makes a big difference. I like to use setting spray before I go in with eyeliner because I have found that this is not just the Milani setting spray, this is any setting spray. I've noticed that can sometimes cause the liquid liner to smear a little bit, so I've started using the setting spray before I go in with the eyeliner. And the eyeliner we're going to use today is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus Liquid Liner. I kind of still don't know how I feel about this. I'm not crazy about the applicator. I normally like brush tip applicators, and this is a felt tip, but I do have to say this is probably the most matte formula I have ever used. So I'm still testing it out. Eventually I'll let you know. I'm working on like a whole video, like roundup video of liquid liners, but trying this out. It says to shake it, and I'm so used to brush tips that I think that's part of the problem too, is like I'm just used to brush tips. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do this on camera, but I'm gonna try. See, and this is the part of the problem with this formula is I feel like it runs out quickly, so you have to like keep putting it back in to get more product. I think I'm just gonna do a little baby wing like that. Okay, I think I did it. It might not be perfect, but I'm happy enough with that. Now I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. You guys, this has absolutely shocked me in every way possible. Like, this is one of those viral products that I was like, yeah. It is super lengthening, super curling, actually gives volume. It's the only tubing mascara I've found that gives volume. It is easier to get off than people think because they're not publicizing this as a tubing mascara. I think people are just thinking like, oh man, it's so hard to get it off with regular eye makeup remover. If you go in with the eye makeup remover and then go in with warm water and just kind of like brush your lashes with your fingers, which is what I do to get tubing mascaras off, it actually comes off fairly easily. Only thing about this one though is I have to put on like 3 coats because I know it can. You know, there's some mascaras where you're like, nope, putting on more is not gonna help. This is one that you can actually really build it up. But look at that difference. Without. Notice this is not looking great for the eyeliner. I guess I'm still on my search, you guys. I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Balm and Lipstick in Rose Mirage. I still have the same thoughts about these as when I first tried them. They're nice, but they're not super pigmented. Like, I wish they were more pigmented. I do like the Balm and glosses a little bit more, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Blissful Blush over top. Okay, friends, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this, just super chill, retrying some drugstore makeup. Some is really new, some is much older, but I've been really enjoying a lot of those products, so I was excited to try those again. If you liked this video, I hope that you'll subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, I hope that you'll ring the notification bell so that you get notified when I post new videos, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.